They say knowledge is power, but what happens when that power disappears? When centuries of wisdom vanish into flame and the world forgets what it once knew? This is the story of the greatest library ever built, a place where the minds of the ancient world came together to understand the universe itself, and how, one day, it all burned away. This is the story of the Library of Alexandria, guardian of lost knowledge. Picture this. Over 2,000 years ago, on the sunlit shores of Egypt, stood a city unlike any other, Alexandria, a city built by a conqueror, but remembered for its dreamers. Here, under the rule of Ptolemy I, a dream began, a dream to collect every written work in existence, every poem, every discovery, every secret, all in one place. A temple for the mind, a sanctuary for the curious. The Library of Alexandria was born. Inside its marble walls, the air was thick with the scent of papyrus and ink. Hundreds of thousands of scrolls lined endless corridors. The voices of Greece, Egypt, India, Persia, all whispering together. It wasn't just a library, it was the heart of civilization. A place where mathematicians studied the stars, where philosophers debated the meaning of life, where scientists cut open the mysteries of the human body, literally. The scholars here weren't just thinkers, they were pioneers. There was Euclid, who built the foundation of geometry, the same shapes we still use to build cities today. Eratosthenes, who measured the circumference of the earth, using nothing but shadows and logic. Herophilus, who dared to dissect corpses to map the human nervous system. And others, poets, engineers, astronomers, whose names time has swallowed. They weren't searching for fame, they were chasing truth. And in these halls, they found it. But Alexandria's brilliance didn't stop there. The city's harbor was one of the busiest in the world. Ships from every corner of the Mediterranean arriving daily, and every single one was searched. If scrolls were found, they were confiscated, copied by the library scribes, and the originals were kept. The copies were returned. Some called it theft, but the Alexandrians called it preservation. Their mission was simple. If knowledge existed anywhere, it would exist in Alexandria too. In a way, they built the first version of the internet, 2,000 years before the screen you're watching now. But knowledge has enemies, and every bright flame casts a shadow. The first came in 48 BCE. Julius Caesar, trapped in the city during his civil war, ordered the ships in the harbor to be set ablaze. The flames spread wildly through the docks and reached the storage buildings of the library. Thousands of scrolls gone in a night of chaos and smoke. Some say it was only a portion. Others believe it was the beginning of the end. The library never fully recovered. Decades passed, empires shifted, and the great library that once held the world's memory began to fade. In the 3rd century, Emperor Aurelian's armies tore through the city again. More destruction, more loss. By the time Christianity rose to power, the old pagan temples, including the Museion, the heart of the library, were shut down. And then came the final chapter. In 642 CE, the Muslim general Amr ibn al-As conquered Alexandria. Legend says, when asked what to do with the remaining books, the Caliph replied, "If these writings agree with the Quran, they are unnecessary. If they disagree, they are dangerous." And with that, the last of the ancient scrolls were fed to the flames, used to heat bathhouses for months. Whether the tale is true or not, the result was the same: silence. The greatest library in history erased. Imagine what might have been inside those scrolls. Blueprints for inventions centuries ahead of their time. Secrets of medicine and healing long forgotten. Records of lost civilizations. Maybe even clues to mysteries we still can't explain. Gone. All of it. Gone in smoke and ash. It's like losing the entire internet in a single night. Every book, every discovery, every thought erased from existence. But the tragedy of the Library of Alexandria isn't just that it was destroyed. It's what it stood for. It stood for the belief that knowledge is for everyone, that understanding the universe was worth any risk. And it reminds us of something chilling: how fragile knowledge truly is. We like to think we're safe now. Our data stored in clouds, our books printed by the millions. But think again. Every day, websites vanish, hard drives fail, information gets lost forever. The truth is, the same thing that happened to Alexandria could happen again. All it takes is a little fire. But there's hope. In 2002, Egypt built a new library on the same sacred ground, the Bibliotheca Alexandrina. It's shaped like the rising sun, its walls engraved with scripts from every language on earth. Inside, millions of books rest once again. A rebirth of the dream that began over 2,000 years ago. It stands as a message that even if knowledge burns, curiosity can never die. So the Library of Alexandria may be gone, but its spirit still lives in every classroom, in every book, in every curious mind that dares to ask, why? Because in the end, we are all keepers of knowledge, guardians of the flame that must never go out. The Library of Alexandria wasn't destroyed by fire. Not really. As long as we keep learning, as long as we keep wondering, the library still stands in us. Knowledge can be lost, but curiosity survives.